website. I want to show you quickly what it can do. So I designed this website to make a quick way to calculate what my cash flow was. Hopefully find out that it was positive cash flow every month based on my income and my expenses. So basically what this allows you to do is quickly enter in income, expenses, and see predictions of how much you'll have without really having to like upload your data. It's supposed to be like super fast and easy to make predictions for various like months, years. You quickly adjust. What if you had more income? So let me do a little demo. First of all, check this out. Woohoo! Yeah, GeltRich. Fine. So this is a bunch of demo data that we're gonna load. It's a template. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do the template. Let me just show you how it's done. You add your first item. We're gonna call this income. This is your day job, and your day job pays you. Make it up, $2,000 bi-weekly. And let's say you got this job in January, and they paid you on Monday, every 2 weeks. So I'm going to call this W2 income. Okay. We're going to save and add another. And then we're going to add in an expense, rent. How much do you pay for rent? $2,500 a month, let's say. And you've been at this rent also since January again. And your rent is due the first of the month, repeats monthly. This is your home expenses. Let's just keep it at that for now. Save and close. Now, between job and rent, how much money is this person making every month? Well, basic math, $1,500 surplus. Here you could see those items. And I'll show you something cool. If you come down here, it does a calculation for the average. So if you look over here, you see over here how it says bi-weekly 2,000. Over here, it says, well, the average per month will come out to $4,340. If you read this, it breaks down the math for you how it's done. Whoops. Monthly as is, but for, bi-weekly? So it calculates it by the full yearly amount. And that's going to be the average per month for a bi-weekly amount. So that's my first intro to this. The next thing I'm going to show you is what happens if you have a business on the side. So over here, you're going to see that it shows a profile. We're going to add a new item. This is going to be a new income source. This is going to be job number 2. And this job pays the guy a small amount. It's a night shift or I don't know, some other side gig. Makes $400. And it's on a monthly basis, and he gets paid on the 23rd. But it started actually also in January, let's say the 23rd, and it repeats monthly. And this is not a W-2, this is a 1099, whatever, doesn't matter, 1099. Okay, we're gonna save that, and we're also gonna add more expenses because he has a home office that he pays for elsewhere. I don't know why, but let's just say that's the story. And he pays for the home office $800 a month. And this also occurs, let's say it occurs on the 20th every month. And this is office. Okay, now over here we want to tag business. I think I forgot to do that for the first one, but we'll save and close. And what was the other one that we did? The rent, the job 2. Whoops. I set this as income. This is an expense. Okay. And job 2, also business. I forgot to do that. Save. Now, we can come here and we can hide all the personal stuff, and it only shows the business. So now just the business alone, he can see how well this office to business ratio is. And if he's just trying to find out how valuable this is, well then you see this is a deficit alone. If you combine it with his personal, then you see the combined total surplus, and he's okay. And you could do all these. You come down here and you want to find out the past year, what does that look like? Well, if you started in January 2025, that's not good. Well, let's do like this year. And it calculates the entire year. The beginning of the month, where his second job didn't kick in yet, so, right, he has less money in that first month. But in the second month, it does kick in, and here you see he's having a big surplus. You can see all the items here, the income, the expenses, and the total. This is how much he'll have saved by the end of the year. Okay. Now let's break something down, because let's say this rent, his home, let's say, I'm sorry, not that, his home office. Let's say he shares that with people, and he wants to find out how much he should charge each person. So what he could do is, he could come to the expense splitter. Let's turn that on. And in the expense splitter, we're going to select his home office. But first, let's make a group. This group is the office. This group has 5 people in it. And this group, they're going to split this. So what happens? 5 people, 160. Now, let's say those same 5 people were also splitting his rent. Well, you could quickly add more and more items to see and like have this calculation per group. And you could have different groups and toggle different groups on and off. So let's say his home is a different group, and the home is only 3 people. So if he wants to find out, right, the rent for the home, that's how much his rent is going to be split. This is for this month. All right, and if he wants to see how much his home office is split, and now he sees his home office, how much that would be split. Anyway, these are some cool tools that you could use. This section over here, the expense splitter, is also designed to be a cost per customer calculator. And I'm going to show you that real quick. So let's create a new business. We're going to call this business the online store. Okay, and the online store, it has a month. Let's do a weekly income. We know that the online store sells about $150 in sales each week. Since January of 2025, it's been earning weekly $150. This is the online store. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna save this online store income weekly. Now we're gonna add an expense. To run this store, it costs him about $40 in expenses. He spends about $40. Let's do like Google ads. Wow. Google ads. He spends $45 every month on Google ads to drive leads to the site. So if every month he's paying Google, let's say on the 20th, once a month, he's paying $45 for ads for the online store. We want to know how much it's costing him on the advertising to get his customers. So we know he makes 100, right? What is it? Let's narrow this down. Let's hide these other things and see just the online store. This is his the average monthly income, okay, is about $650 on the store, and the average expense is $45 a month. Now, we want to find out how much this advertising translates per customer. How much does it cost per customer? So let's add a group here called the customers store, online store conversion. That means that they bought something, and he is getting about 4 people to buy something every month. And that's what, well, we had a weekly thing, so let's do weekly. 4 people are buying every week. It's very theoretical, but every week, and this is happening, on the Friday. So this is the average at the end of the week is about 4 individuals, and it occurs weekly. Add this group. Now we want to find out for this month, how much is he spending on Google Ads for that group? And the answer is, here it is. There's going to be 20 customers that buy during this month period. So that's the total amount of customers that come in. And it's dividing how much he spends on those ads per customer. If he has 20 customers during that time, it's going to be $2 per customer. And there it is. Google Ads. That's his conversion. That's his cost per customer. Yeah, and that could be more complex. You could have multiple items that are associated. Let's say his office was also an expense. No, sorry. Let's hide that. These are the other groups. Let's say there was other expenses that he had that were part of this business. Let's say this the home office was another expense towards those customers. Well, now that would also be the cost per customer total. Okay, I think that demonstrates it. Anyways, I hope you all find it helpful and useful, and reach out if you have any questions or like other features that you want to see or be able to do with this thing. You can also reset it, all your things. You could export all your data and share it with someone else who could import it and see your financials. So those are other cool things you could do. You could install it as an app on your phone or even on your computer. You could try the dark mode, which is super cool. And there's going to be more features coming soon over here, as you can see. Okay. Reach out. Tell me what you think. Okay, bye.